Hello everybody, Namaste. I am Dr. Mandeep Malhotra, Director for Surgical Oncology at CK Birla Hospital in New Delhi. February, as we all know, is a World Cancer Month and it's a Cancer Awareness Month. So basically the motto is that to increase awareness about cancer. And yes, there is a lot of effort which is going around across by hospitals, by NGOs, by a lot of people around, that we increase awareness. By awareness we mean that if we are able to catch cancer at an early stage, we are able to give better results, we are able to get better survival. But apart from that, it also, our motive is that not to give up. And when I say not to give up, it means that there is always a hope and we should try our best. It is not that if I have a cancer or I have been diagnosed with cancer, it is like a death sentence at the end of the road. And yes, stage do matter. Early stage results are better, advanced stage results are not that better. But yes, everything can be tried and results can be achieved. I want to share a very interesting story. It's about an 8-year-old girl. And if that 8-year-old girl, I think, if she can try, the efforts which she has put, and it is all by herself. So she had this childhood tumor which is called as Ewing sarcoma, and this was when I saw her first. It was like that she had come from like a rural part of the India, obviously the Indo-Gangetic plain, and the tumor was like right going, पूरा face was swollen, पूरा सूजा हुआ था, and the tumor was coming from the nose. यहाँ पे बाहर tumor जट कर रहा था, आँख के बिल्कुल पास था. And when we took a biopsy, तो obviously हमें anesthesia में biopsy लेनी पड़ी कहीं bleeding ना हो जाए. And the biopsy came out to be Ewing sarcoma. Now, Ewing sarcoma as such is a very chemo-radio sensitive tumor. So yes, so this was a hope. It is not that कि अगर इतना बड़ा tumor है, it's end of the road. And there's a lot of science which, when we are able to understand कि tumor कौन सा है, किस type का है, results वो हम उसके हिसाब से कर सकते हैं. At this point of time, we decided not to operate, to go ahead for chemotherapy and see how the response is. Because see, the young girl, if I would have embarked upon surgery at that point of time, I would have removed half of her face, even the eyeball. And this kind of life, obviously, for a young 8-year-old girl, neither would I dream of, neither she would want to have it. So we started with chemotherapy, and she was from a resource constraint segment of the society, and it was she herself, when she was looking at chemotherapy, she used to come in daycares. Obviously, if a part of the pre-chemo drugs she used to take herself, she was so vigilant and she was so aware that half of the drugs she used to take at home so that the time is saved, the cost is saved. And that kind of motivation, I would say, मतलब एक 8 साल की लड़की इतनी मोटिवेटेड थी कि शी यूज्ड टू से कि हाँ आप ना यू गिव मी कीमोथेरेपी, नो प्रॉब्लम्स, इवन इफ आई हैव अ हेयर लॉस, ये टेम्पररी है. वो खुद बोलती थी टेम्पररी है, आ जाएंगे, और अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगी तो मैं दवाई खा लूँगी. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ मोटिवेशन शी हैड. एंड ऑब्वियसली वी वर, द हॉस्पिटल सपोर्टेड अस, द बिरला CSR सपोर्टेड अस, and also we got funds from different organizations, and we were able to garner funds and do a treatment. So fortunately she had a very good response to chemotherapy. The tumor receded, and it receded from the nose, it receded from the eye, and it was just left in the anterior part of the cheekbone, and that too was a radical surgery. So we embarked upon a radical surgery in which we removed her cheekbone, the anterior part of the face, but with God's grace, we were able to save the eye, we were able to save the nose, and we used tissue from the back of the head, that is here, the temporalis muscle, and we put the cheek back. And now she has completed her radiation. It is like 8 months down the line. She's at this point of time, she has a decent life, she's cancer free, she's able to eat, she's able to see, she's able to do everything which is possible, which I can do. So again, this is something which has inspired me to treat more efficiently and treat with more heart, and I also don't lose hope for my patients कि नहीं कुछ नहीं हो सकता, नहीं बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. और हम कोशिश कर सकते हैं. रिजल्ट ऑब्वियसली हमारे, आपके और भगवान के ऊपर बहुत कुछ मैटर करता है. So it is not that I who can or you who can decide for, like, if somebody is diagnosed with cancer, he feels that nothing can be done, and sometimes we cancer physicians also sometimes give hope. I'm not saying that every time we do that, but yes, we should also try our level best. Sometimes yes, it's God's grace and miracles do happen, and there are a lot more people which come to help. We should seek help. And when we are seeking help, we don't know who will help and who will not help. Sometimes help just keeps pouring, and this is like a very inspiring story for all of us. And she's an amazing girl. I hope that she lives back and lives longer life and do whatever she wants to do in her life. More than that, it was she who motivated herself, she who motivated her own father, and she who motivated her mother. It was her bua and her who used to be around, who used to take all the therapy, and it is a fabulous journey which she had, and an amazing experience which I had. The last thing is that don't give up. Thank you.